magic number. What does it all mean? Time is a factor, so it's time to count. Count not the negative actions of one. Speakers of soul say it's time to shout. Three forms the soul to a positive sound. May try to subtract it, but it just won't go away.
Is the Negro Leagues.
What is it? It's magic number. Yo, what's up? 1, 2, 3. You children. What does it all mean? No, that's the magic number.
Hi, everybody. It's Mlb2k25. Welcome to the show.
They look perfect. Yada 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 bullshit.
Manny Diaz, the star of the show, getting ready to showcase his skills on the diamond. It's the Pensacola Blue Wahoos taking on the Chattanooga Lookouts. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So 2 down, Manny Diaz getting ready to hit. Diaz hit a homer in his most recent game. Diaz getting ready to hit. Diaz hit a homer in his most recent game. Diaz getting ready to hit. Diaz hit a homer in his most recent game. This one in the air to right. And that's the end of the inning. This one hit in the inning. The left hand, that's the end of the inning. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw not in time. Batter is safe. It's fantastic hustle to beat that one out. It was a bang-bang play at first. Got a center cut fastball and pounced on it. That thing was smoked. We're in the top half of the fifth. And now the shortstop, Manny Diaz. Swing and a pop-up. Patelli settles underneath it. And there's one down. Coming up next to the dish for Pensacola, Manny Diaz.
Hey, no one better. Let's go.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
No ball. One strike.
Nice change.
Runner, yes,
Runner on the
yes.
go. Swing and a miss. Safe and safe. Not even close. Richardson on at second with 2 away. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That ends the inning and limits the damage. 3 runs for him here. Next up for the Blue Wahoos, Manny Diaz.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Manny Diaz.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Runner at first, 1 away. Gets a piece, it stays 0-2. Here it comes.
Come on.
That misses. Now
Good eye. Good eye.
That misses. Now got it. 2 out. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Dominic Patelli. On the ground to the left, Diaz.
Jamie.
First, but it pulls him off the pad. That's a gift for the offense. This is a throw.
Give me a thumbs up, like,
That time he just put it wide.
comment,
So 2 down.
share.
Next up, Manny Diaz.
Diaz.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Come on,
He's
y'all.
been sitting on something off speed.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
1-2.
Caught on a miss. That's a strikeout. So 2 runs on 1 hit, the home run. No errors, no one left. Midway here in the 10th. So 2 runs on 1 hit, the home run. You might catch him looking a little frustrated heading back to the clubhouse, even though they got the win. Now it's the shortstop, Manny Diaz.
I know my hair looks crazy, y'all. Don't mind my hair.
Defense will need to make some plays to avoid allowing that run. Hard hit, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third, runners at the corners, nobody out. And that makes it 3 hits in a row for this line. Great back control on that pitch. Got a pitch on the outside, let it travel deep into the zone, and ripped it the other way for the knock. Runner on the go, in the dirt. Throw and safe. That is a stolen base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball to right, the lane. And there's 1 down. Just missed that one a bit. A half-inch closer to the sweet spot, and it might have gotten down for a hit. 1 out and 2 in scoring position. Next is the designated hitter, Grant Richardson. 1 out and 2 in scoring position. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Goes down on strikes, and he knew he should have offered it that one. So digging in, Matthew Etzel. Struck the bat out looking. The inning is... And first with one gone. And the batter will be the shortstop, Manny Diaz. 1 for 1 with a single so far. He swings and fouls one off. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1 from the lefty.
Ball inside. Ball inside.
That one is absolutely pummeled. One hops off the wall. Might be trouble here. Runner around third. Crosses the plate. He's already 2 for 2 with a single and a double, and moseying right along to set up a chance at the cycle. 1 out, runner at second base. Now the left fielder, Nathan Martorella. And the runner takes off for third. Popped up. Johnson. And there's 2 down. And there's 2 down. Runner at second here with 2 gone. Next up, the designated
It's gonna
Grant
play.
Richardson.
I'm in chair.
Second here with 2 gone. Next up, 2 and 2 now. Runner takes off for third. That one to first. Steps on the back. They limit the damage here. A run on 2 hits, and they leave. That one to first. And now the right fielder, Ryan Blade. Grounds it to short. Play made, that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. On to the... Runner at first, 1 away.
Shoot. Excuse me, y'all.
Turned on with foul, wide of third. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Tying run is at first. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Wouldn't be surprised to see the runner break from first, trying to stay out of the double play. Spoils the 2-strike offering, another coming up. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Nice job behind the plate there. 1 out, and the potential go-ahead run is at second. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Out to center. The center fielder settles under this one. And 2 away now. And he should be feeling good after getting that first batter in this high leverage spot. Now he can attack with even more confidence. That 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Bonobo Yoga. Yoga with the A's. Embrace your wild side. Boots it. Uh-oh, the throw goes to second and safe at first as a result. Might want to rethink the throw decision tree there. 2 down and the potential go-ahead run in scoring position.
Yeah.
Foul ball there. Foul ball there. Line, and that's a base hit. Coming to the plate. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle, a hitter's dream and a pitcher's nightmare. He goes down looking. They pick up a roll. Diaz played pretty well in this win. 3 hits and a couple of runs knocked in. Great game at the plate, and he certainly made a difference for them. Nice job to help lift them to the win. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Manny Diaz. 3 hits last night, a big factor in getting that win. Out to short. Oh, gloves it. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out. Feels like they missed it. 2 on and 2 out, scoreless ball game here. Ruben Ibarra now at the plate. On the ground, Diaz. And that'll do it for this inning. First frame of the night. Welcome back to Chattanooga, top of the 4th inning. Gets that fastball by the swing upstairs. That high fastball is a pitch that young hitters have to learn to lay off. That's the kind of thing that comes with reps and maturity. Out in front, ripped foul. As a literature nerd, I think it's pretty cool that the Fellowship of Southern Writers is based here in Chattanooga, with founding members including one of my favorites, Ralph Ellison. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Comes up empty, chasing that one in the dirt. In time, one away from the strikeout. Digging in for the lookouts, Ivan Johnson. Grounds this one to short. Diaz. The throw wide at first. Both runners are safe. Diaz. That's a gift for the offense. This is a throw the shortstop usually makes. That time he just put it wide. Nobody out, first and second here. Diaz digs in now. Fly ball, right field. The way. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. The relay to third. And he's safe. So it's first and third with 1 down. The left fielder getting ready to hit. Runner is short. Diaz. They're in plenty of time, ends the inning. So they stranded. Digging in next for the Blue Wahoos, Manny Diaz. Nobody out and a runner at first. Pitcher will want to keep this on the ground for the double play. Foul ball there. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a K. And a strikeout. That's out number 1 here in the ninth. I think he may find a way to get some extra cage time after this one. One down, and now the shortstop, Manny Diaz. A lot of clutch hitting recently. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs. That one's spoiled, and it's now 2-1. 1 out, and the base is empty. That one's spoiled, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, and the count's even at 2. That sinking fastball looks really hittable out of the hand, but the late movement just makes it dive under the bat. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Fights it off, we'll see another. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Fights it off, we'll see another. Fights it off. 2-2 pitch. Full count. They are grinding him up. 14 pitches thrown already to the first two hitters this inning. Hit hard, that gets through. So they get a runner on with a one-out single. Coming up next to the dish for Pensacola, Maximo Acosta. There goes the runner in the dirt. Safe at second, he easily steals the bat. This team knows the catcher doesn't have an elite arm, so they're doing the smart thing to test it here. The pitcher has to help the catcher by varying timing, stepping off, and breaking the runner's rhythm. The pitcher has to help the catcher by varying timing, stepping off, and breaking the runner's rhythm. 2-2. Swing and a high fly to left. 2 down. Just a shade too early with the swing, and the mechanics might have broken down a bit. He needs to try to put that up the middle instead of yanking it to the pull side. Runner at second with 2 down. And now the runner breaks for third. Now a flare off the bat, and it drops in. Throw to the plate, beats it, safe, and they lead by 2 now. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Not the hardest hit ball of his career, but got enough behind him to knock it into the outfield for a base hit. He'll take that every time. And we'll see if his speed becomes a factor now that he's on first. He reached back and blew the high heat by him. Batter didn't have much of a chance to catch up to that. 0-1 now. Line drive, that's a base hit. 1 runs in. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only 1 away. Picks himself up an RBI. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. Grounder might be 2. There's 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. 2 away here, nobody on. Now the third baseman, Davis Wenzel. Up the middle, Diaz. And that is the end. So they make short Diaz. Next up for the Blue Wahoos, Manny Diaz. Fouled off down the right side. 1 out and the base is empty. Fouled off down the right side. Not close with that one, but still chase. That's a strike. Obviously, he was swinging for the fences. Tough to do it on a pitch in that location. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Stepping to the plate for Chattanooga, Michael Troutman. Rips this one to short. Tosses to first. 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter here in the 6th.
Now, right fielder.
Nobody on and 2 outs. Manny Diaz will hit next.
Manny Diaz.
Maxwell, 24 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2022. This one popped up. Makes the grab on the run. 3 up, 3 down.
Like that one.
He has more games like this. A promotion will probably follow. Very good work. So 2 down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Manny Diaz. Doing a good job of driving in some runs of late, more than an RBI per game over the last 10. A swing and a miss, chases way out of the zone. Looked like he had his mind made up to swing no matter what on that pitch. A swing and a miss, chases way out of the zone. Ball. Looked like he had his mind made up to swing no matter what on that pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Great time to go to the slider. He was clearly sitting fastball, which made his swing just a hair too early. Now he's got to protect with 2 strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. Gets a piece, stays alive. Swings and misses. And it's 3 up and 3 down in this inning. End of a half inning of play. No score. The left fielder now at the plate. On the ground, out to short, Diaz. And now 2 down. Nobody on with 1 out. And now it's going to be Manny Diaz. Went down on strikes the first time through. Diaz goes 6 feet 3 inches, just 21 years old, and he's knocked in double-digit runs in his last 10 games. Pitch. And the count 1-2. The Blue Wahoos down a run. Top half of the 4th. Got the batter swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. So to turn things over to the righty, Sam Ben Scooter. Struggling against lefties so